Good morning. After a nice couple days with family, taking care of the homestead, etc., it's time to hit the road back home. And in true tradition, I will be taking the long way. The long way. I've decided that I really want to go hit 48 again. So I'm going to be taking Cheehaw Mountain. It's called some sort of skyway. I don't think Cheehaw Mountain is that big, but I'm going to be going over that, taking 49, which I took down south to Montgomery on my Texas trip. So we're taking 49 south to Lineville, familiar stop. From there I'm taking 48 east. I took 48 west coming in here. And I really wanted to see that road again, and this time remember not to put it in time lapse. We're going to be dodging a little bit of rain, probably getting hit by a little bit of rain. But that's fine. I'm in no rush to get home. It is Sunday. I'm going to work some tonight, and then I'm back at work officially tomorrow. So I can take my time. If I got to pull over, if I got to hang out for a little bit, then that is fine. You know, I come out here and I forget how pretty even like this highway is. I used to take this road for granted. Now also, we rarely ever came out this far because my grandparents' house is back the way I'm coming from. But even Highway 21, which I used to take up through Oxford, Anniston, Jacksonville when I was at JSU, it's a good looking road. I'm technically going under the speed limit because your boy ain't had his coffee yet. But I got 3 sausage biscuits sitting in my saddlebag. So I'm going to stop up here in the bustling megalopolis that is Mumford, Alabama. I'm going to get some gas. Probably fuel up the bike, fuel up my body. Look at them just taunting us peasants. And then I'll be on the road. Again, what should be a little bit under a 2-hour drive is probably taking me, probably taking me around 4.5 to 5 hours of driving today. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Probably not going to touch an interstate. I think when I get up into Bowden or Tallapoosa, which is where 48 dumps you out at, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, take me home, don't touch a freeway, daddy. And see what route it gives me. So look, come on. Look at Alabama. Look at her looking all pretty. Should be coming up on my proposed fuel stop up here. I'm hoping they have a low-calorie coffee in a can option. If they don't, and they don't got my ghosts, it's gonna be monster, brother. Definitely more windy today. I feel the bike wanting to just whoop. And I can feel it hitting me a little bit harder. Oh yeah, here comes the fuel stop. Alright, well I will check back in when I get out of here, but yeah, it's time to gas up and eat some of Grandmama's sausage biscuits. And hopefully, like I said, they got some sort of caffeine or something not too terrible, but they can get me going a little better, boy. Yeah, so back in a moment. So, I'd like to formally apologize to this marathon in Mumford, Alabama. Because they did have a low-calorie coffee drink. And it was great. So off we go. You know, I was thinking about beginning my trip with my clear goggles on underneath my visor. Then I realized I'm headed west right now, but I will be headed east. And if I remember my elementary school teachings, that is where the sun rises. And although he is risen, it's going to be in that part of the sky through a majority of my ride this morning. So maybe it's best if I go ahead and have some sun G's underneath this. So yeah, I haven't ever ridden Cheehaw. I'm hoping it's nice and purty. I get the feeling like it will be. I also hope that after a couple of bad storms, they didn't last very long, but they were short and feisty. I'm hoping there's not any, you know, surprises, unexpected visitors in the form of downed trees or runoff. But as is tradition, I'm taking the scenic route to the scenic route. I wanted to see Alabama before I saw Alabama, you know what I'm saying? Oh damn, a lot of dirt on this here road. And I got a free bike wash the other night. Was that last night? No, the night before. Because I rode in and I stayed, you know, at my grandma's for a couple nights. And the first night, after being there doing a bunch of stuff, I parked the bike outside. We went out to get dinner. There's this Mexican place that she loves, and they actually loaded me up with some hot sauce the kitchen makes that is to die for. And on the way there, I mean, it rained. Like, it didn't rain, it rained. Pretty big storm came through, not in size, but in ferocity. Oh, it was a pretty little road. So then later that night, after the rain had stopped, I went outside and wiped the bike down. That's a free bike wash. And she was looking good. Until I came out the next morning and I saw fibers of the towel I used. But I was like, those will blow off, which they mostly already have. Now, immediately riding on this road that has a bunch of dirt driveways attached. Within 5 miles of my departure, we're going to go ahead and undo all of that. Dude, I bet teenagers from around here fly down this road. I remember what it's like to be that young and not have much to do. And this town is smaller than mine was. Now granted, Oxford is kind of a big city. I mean, it isn't, you know what I mean? Oh, look at that graveyard. How about that? But Oxford, you know, not compared to Atlanta or an actual big city, but Oxford's kind of big. It's got pretty much everything you need except for a nightlife. Good Lord. Every time I go in there, I'm like, I wonder if I'll go get a drink tonight. And I look up, like, are there any bars or local haunts that I'd like to do or visit? No. I mean, the place that stays open the latest is Applebee's. And I know that when you're there, you're family, but... Wait. That's Olive Garden. Is there the one that's like the Spider-Man? Like friendly neighborhood bar and grill? Anyway, fuck Applebee's. Worst food. Soft pour drinks. I've never ordered a draft beer in Applebee's that didn't arrive some form of or some combination of flat or warm. This is a cute road though. Some dude in an old box Chevy is gonna come flying around that corner, and that'll be the end of me. Look at that. Oh yeah, this is Alabama for sure. So directly in front of me is actually the little bit of hills, and I believe part of it is actually a mountain. You just can't see it yet. At least that's what it says on the map. Like we always knew it as Cheehaw Mountain. But that in front of me is what I'm going to be driving over and around, from what I gather. And I know it'll be pretty because I already took 49 and 281. I'll be taking 281 east, intersect with 49 to go south down to Lineville to east 48. And 49 has got some pretty decently high views, so... Oh, I was like, I'm going slow. No, I wasn't. No, I was not. At least, you know, by the nature of the law. I can go ahead and slow her back down a little bit. I can go a little leisurely. Look at this, man. Look at these fields. You're okay, buddy. Great job staying in your own lane. I don't know what he was doing, but he jerked back in like he was going to kill me. He's going to turn around and actually kill me now. I was going to ask where that guy in the Tacoma was going with the grill in the back, or on, you know, his trailer. There's only one answer. It's Sunday in semi-rural Alabama. Ooh, look at you, barn. That's still on someone's property. Oh, it's back there. He's going to church. And they cooking today. Today is Father's Day. Maybe they're having an event. Yeah, because it's only 8 in the morning here. See? Road less traveled. You know, and I really do like coming down these roads on this bike. I loved my old motorcycle, man. I loved it. That thing was so fast. I mean, not like, you know, Busa fast. But it was quick, man. It would take down any other cruiser that I lined up with. But it didn't ride as good, obviously. And then just this having, you know, more torque and a little bigger of an engine. The fact that I can be, you know, going down this road 10 over the speed limit, not even in top gear, at just like 2,000 RPM, just rumbling. I like that. Anything over like 50 on that bike, and she started getting a little feisty. Dang, what's back there? I guess it's just a ranch. Yeah, don't really know what to expect from Cheehaw. I've told it's a great ride. I'm not going to be ripping through it. I do know that there's switchbacks and some good corners on that road, but I'm not going to mess with it because, like I said, it rained the last 2 nights. And I don't know if you saw earlier when I went under that area that had a pretty substantial tree overhang. The road was soupy underneath that. So if I run up on, oh my god, there's a big building back there. I really want to turn left and find out what that is. Oh my god, I really want to find out what that is. Not the church. You probably can't see it. Alright, I'm coming back. Coming back someday. But yeah, I really don't want to be in the middle of a twist. Little turny boy. Come around a corner, there's too much tree overhang, and now there's a soupy mix of water, gravel, and mud that I have to go over. Honestly, this road has been great. Just for some views. Yeah, if anybody's watching this, you're probably like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, nah, man, these are the roads I like riding on. So this kudzu we've been talking about. Look at that rear view. I don't know how well you can see it, but God bless. That's a pretty view. How big is this bump? Oh, it's in the dark. What is going on with this? I cannot see. Finger off the brake. Oh yeah, that was dirt. Yep, that was dirt. Why do they have that going across the road? I wonder if like the asphalt like failed and cracked and fell through over there and they just filled it in. But this is why we go somewhat slow on unknown roads. I feel like I watch a lot of videos. Like when I was getting into riding a motorcycle, I watched hours of crash videos. Like not only just like videos of people talking about how to ride, or you know, things to think about, you know, where your brain should be and things to consider. Like not only that, like literal just crash videos, crash report videos. People breaking down accidents and how and why they happened. Look at that property. And what I found is on the vast majority of them, there really is something that the biker could have been doing differently. And I don't mean to say that like bikers are the problem. Some are. A lot aren't. But I'll be watching the video, like somebody be coming through a road like this on their first go, just tearing ass through there. And then they come around a corner and there's like, you know, like one of those mud crossings that I just went across. And then they drop the bike, or, you know, they lay it down. It's like the rear tire comes out from under them. Take a little low side. It's like, yeah, you had no idea what was coming up. Damn, this is a great road. Oh my god, yeah. Just putting along, getting the views. But yeah, so they'd either be doing something that they probably shouldn't have been doing, or had they had more training or used their training, it probably would have ended better. You know, that's not to say that there's not cars who pull directly out in front of you, or, you know, dive across a lane right in front of you, or don't see you when they're merging. All of those things have happened to me at a, you know, fairly regular cadence. I think I've mentioned before how they seem to happen on this a lot less than they happen on, like, in my work van. At least, like, the pulling out in front of me thing. Ugh. But it does happen. But I mean, I've seen somebody have somebody pull out in front of them, and then they just like hit the brakes, and then they lock the rear tire because their bike doesn't have ABS, or they just like grab the brake and go down, or they just slide directly into the car when they could have weaved out of the way. Or they're going around a corner, and like if they had just leaned, kept their head a little bit more focused on where they're going, like they could have got through the corner when they go wide. I don't know why I'm talking about this. I guess I'm justifying me driving like a little wussy and how I'm about to drive like a little wuss over Cheehaw. I've also not really taken this bike on a tear yet. The only time I've done that was coming down off of Suchess, because I had this meal at this lovely little barbecue place. This is beautiful. At the bottom of like this hill before it went back up into some more, you know, enjoyable roads. And as I was pulling out, a guy in a Harley came flying by, and I'm like, good, like let him do that. Or it was like a guy on one of those like cross touring bikes or sport touring, and I was like, yeah man, let him take the lead on that. That ain't me. Actually, real quick, I probably need to navigate to something else. Welcome back. So after a little bit of a argument with Waze, I had to brute force it to take me to the road that I want to take. And as I was doing that, I noticed something. And this may be a terrible idea, but we're going to find out. The road I was already on and turned over to, I intentionally took this road, by the way. That was all 100% my idea. And then I had it navigating me up 281 across the Cheehaw. But then it decided it wanted to take a secondary route, which is very annoying. But I noticed something. The road I was already on is a little more twisty than the one I was on. I'm hoping it's not a garbage road. I'm hoping I'm not going to regret this. But in the name of I don't know when I'll be back, I feel like we got to take the twistier road. So I just cut a tight U-ey in that intersection that I stopped at. It was a good tight U-ey too. Not a fork lock U-ey, but it was right there. I don't mind coming back down this road. This is a good road. So we're going to find out in a couple miles exactly how dumb of an idea this was. That's a turtle. Oh, I want to stop and help that turtle across. But I feel like this road is slow and not populated enough to where that turtle's going to make it to his destination. Oh. Oh. I mean, if the road I'm headed to is at least like this one, we're fine. If it's worse than this, I'm gonna have to pull a very awkward turnaround and hope I don't drop the bike. But look at that. You can see it on the map how twisty that's gonna be. I got a bad feeling about this. Here we go! Almost killed a bird. Jesus Christ, bird. Who are you thinking? You have so much to live for. I don't like how this side doesn't have a side, or doesn't have a sign that says bump. Oh yeah, it's a lot of dirt. Gonna leave her out of sport mode because I have no idea what's coming on this road. I hope it's like this. If it's like this, we're fine. We are fine if it's like this. I'm gonna go ahead and crack my visor though. Ever since I mounted the camera on this helmet, it has a real problem with popping open. Oh, never mind, it came right open that time. All right, fuck me, I guess. See, I didn't want to have to crack it or flip it up for visibility in the middle of that. I like how people in 4x4s are taking that little desire path right here. They're like, screw that. I ain't stopping at that stop sign. All right, here we go. Ooh. I don't know if you can tell how steep this is, but she be steep. Oh, yeah, the timbre of this road does not like me. I might be lifting my visor out of principle on this road. Yeah, there's no telling the quality of this road. But when you go towards the shoulder, it is a steep curve towards the shoulder. So if anybody sees this and is like, man, you're hanging out too close to the middle of the road, I agree. But coming up that hill, the crown in the road was super pronounced. To the point where, I mean, yeah, you were just, as soon as you crossed the middle line, it was just wanting to veer over like that. Oh yeah, visor's coming up. People live here, it's a good sign. I don't know if anybody lives out here rides a motorcycle, because this road definitely hadn't been paved in a while. Yep, gravel on the road. Not that much at least. Look at this road though. Yeah, the road's very pitted in places. And so far it seems like, you know, it's always at the beginning or middle of a curve. That's where the road's pitted. I do love this road though. Oh, I gotta take a look at this guy's property. Yep, that's literally what I was expecting. And more pits, more dirt. I recognize that I'm probably being overly paranoid about this. If I get hurt or I die on a motorcycle, I don't want it to be me. I don't want it to be something incredibly avoidable. I don't want it to be from stupidity. I do plenty of dumb things on this, man. Like, I'm not, you know, trying to figure out the best way to say this. I don't sit in traffic a lot. Oh, I don't wait behind cars a lot. But the same thing is like when I'm in a car, if I overtake, I had plenty of room to overtake. If I died doing something like that, I would feel like an idiot. So I don't do it unless I'm confident. And not knowing a road, I can't be confident. There could be literally a tree on the other side of this. And if I decided to crank it, just because that would be a fun corner to crest, and then I die right there, or I break my femur, ooh, I'd be mad. I can see an adventure bike tearing through here though. You know, they're probably a little bit better with like these bumps in the gravel. And look at this though. And this is a good part of the road. Oh, that, I mean, I got a little carried away, and literally, I don't know if you can see it, came across that little spot of dirt in the road, and I felt my back tire want to go whoop, whoop. Started getting a little confident, a little sure of myself. I was like, the road's getting better. And knew I felt that way. Okay, see, I can see all this road. It's like people have been taking little pickaxes and just taking little divots out of this road and taking it home as souvenirs. That's what this road looks like when you look at it close. See, 281's got to be pretty well maintained, at least better than this. I knew the risks coming down this road, but I also knew that things like this would be on it. Looks like they'd done some logging here and replanted trees, and they're coming back. I could be way off about that, but it's at this point of the road when I'm coming up on 281 where I start wondering, is that first part of 281 the prettiest part? You know what I mean? I can tell you from looking at the map that it's not super twisty. Look at that house, bro. I can tell you from the map it's not very twisty. But what if it's like this straight up, and at the top of it there's this beautiful view, and it's the best view you get when you're on 281. And I'm passing this for this road. Because this was, I mean, it was only a couple minutes longer to come this way than the way I was headed. But it was a lot twistier. And I was like, I bet it's a pretty road. And yeah. Oh my God. Oh God, Jesus Christ. I'm glad I wasn't on the other side of the road. The other side of the road looked worse going over that. Oh, that was rough. I don't know if you could have seen that, but oh, that was rough. I got air shocks custom tuned to my weight and load capacity. And that was tough, dude. If I was on my old bike, my spine would have been in the back of my throat. Yeah, Yeah, this ain't a great fly-in road, but I'd come down it again. Especially once I learned it just a little bit better and I knew where some of these potholes were. Like, there'd still be the uncertainty of some of these, like, spots where gravel could run into the road just like that. But knowing where some of these potholes are in these corners, at least then I could, you know, take them just a little bit quicker. Oh, I was going to say somebody patched that, and then it turned a lot bumpier than I thought it was going to be. How did I know that was coming? How did I know? I was literally like about to just hang out in the middle of the road because I'm not seeing anybody. And then I started slowing down because I was like, no, I need to slow down and get back over to my side of the road because I bet there's a car coming. Must be woman's intuition. It's a pretty road, though. This is a very pretty road. Oh my God, this road is neglected. Oh, what is it, the crest of this hill, though? The road turns left, so if you didn't know that, oh boy. Oh boy, if you didn't know that. Boy, I hope 281's better paved than this. I'd like to take some corners moderately quick today. But not if it's like this. Get that clutch in as soon as I hit this. Would upshift, but we are coming up on the turn. Come on, 281. Oh, she looks better. She looks better for sure. This is not a four-way stop, and I got to remember that I'm probably not the only person who wanted to come ride this road today. So we're going to take our time. All right. Back on a more civilized road. Is this 281? Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, this is where I want to be. Just wanted to make sure. Oh, yeah. You know, I bet that I took, because this is a bit of a loop. I wonder if I took the right part of this loop. Like, I'm going exactly where I intended to go right now. But I'm wondering, if I took this loop the right way. This is the way it works for my trip today. But I wonder if I got to come back and do it again. Yeah, I think we're getting up to the star of the show is this left turn. Yeah, because that's I think where we actually go over the mountain. Because right now, again, I love this road. Okay, I think we're safe. Yeah, and this road's definitely more well maintained. Little girl wants to run today. I'm at 3/4 of a mile. Call the ball. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit dangerous. I'm not in sport mode and she's pulling. In 5th gear, no less. Alright. I do not see this turn. I mean, it's got to be right here. Oh boy, okay. I guess I'm just going to have to go on faith. Alright. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh yeah, old Alabama properties. If I lived right there, I'd sure have a motorcycle. Yep, wet spots in the road already. Nice cabin, boy. A raven just flew out of the trees right above my head. Just scared the hell out of me. I'm gonna take it as an omen and not be an idiot. Oh, I will get these views though. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, water. What am I looking at on the map right now, bro? Stay in 4th gear. We can probably stay in 4th. This is a smaller road than I expected. And it is a little bit rough, as you can probably hear in my voice. I expected a bigger road. Maybe this isn't like true 81 yet, or true 281 yet. Yeah, I don't think it is. Wow, what the hell path is this thing taking me on? I mean, I'll take it. Don't get me wrong, this is great. But it seems like it has me going the back way to a back way. Probably because I kept on arguing with it and telling it no. But look at this. I don't even need to know what the other road is like. This is fine. Is that dirt? That's dirt. Clutch in? Oh yeah, that was at the right time. Good lord. And I'm afraid to take that because I'm like, I got dirt on my tires now. God, bro. Hi. I bet there are people who come up here and just tear through the... Whoa. My front tire just slipped. I bet there's people who come up here and tear through this. Yeah, I don't know how pronounced that looked in the video. My front tire definitely just... Whoopsie daisies. My God. So you're trying to figure out what county road that would be. Like what this is. Oh, that's a dirt road. Okay, good. There's no coming through that. This is 281. This is what I expected. So I was on the right road. And man, that was beautiful. Try to find a scenic stop off. Check the battery on this GoPro because I want to make sure I get all of this road. Ooh, we're slowing down. Not because of the corner, but okay. Okay. Still got towel fluff all over my bike. Okay, Uncle was right. This is a beautiful road. I feel like this is a sharper corner than it lets on. Maybe not. Oh boy. Is that Cheehaw Mountain I see in front of me? Because boy, that sure does look like a pretty big damn hill going into the clouds, if that's... Oh, that's got to be Cheehaw Mountain. Are we going over that thing? It kind of looks like we're going around it, but I could be wrong about that. Check my battery real quick. Alright, I got decent time, but I want to change the battery before I hit the mountain. Oh, yeah. I think I know what we're doing. Alright. I think where I'm navigating to is actually a nice little stop off. Oh, this road is beautiful. I mean, spectacular. Smells like rain though. Just gonna assume it's the trees and the wet asphalt, but it's starting to smell rain. This makes me want to go back to Tail of the Dragon, and more specifically the Cherahalla Skyway. No, it's just a road. Yeah, that looks like a fun road though, damn. But yeah, Cherahalla Skyway from Tellico Plains to Robbinsville, I think, is where, you know, the end of the dragon, Tail of the Dragon, is beautiful. It's an hour ride of twisty scenic roads, some that look like this, some that open up to like a mountain view. Like, I've heard people say that they have a hot take, which is that road is better than the Dragon, and I'm like, that's not a hot take. The Dragon is a meme, and you should do it, and it's fun. But like, I like the way this looks right here more than the Dragon. If these were dry, tearing through here, not tearing through, being responsible, would be more fun. Are we getting in the clouds? Is that why? I think we are. I mean, they're low clouds, so I'm not pretending I'm on Mount Fuji, but... Alright, look for a stop off. Oh yeah, we're already pretty damn high. Jesus Christ, when did we get that high? Holy hell. Look for a stop off. And avoid the drop off. Yeah, these are definitely clouds. Whoops! Okay, visor up. I mean, I think it's a mountain. It could just be a hill. It doesn't really look like a mountain. Rides through a cloud an hour later. Okay. I can hardly see. I need there to be some sort of pull-off. Oh, too far left. Sorry, buddy. I think that's the driveway. I think I can pull in here. I can pull in here. Oh, thank God. Okay. Is this the top of the mountain? I feel like this is somehow the top of the mountain. Alright, I'm going to pull in here and chillax for a moment. Change the battery on my GoPro. Ooh, I don't like how much gravel there is in here. Ah, she's fine. Yeah, and I'll be back in a moment after I make sure I'm in the right spot. But good Lord, talk about this ride already being worth it. All right. So I know where I'm going, and in typical fashion I will be taking a slight detour on my way to my detour. But it should be making a right up here in a few miles to go on 49 south to Lineville. But I do want to take a look at a scenic overlook. I could have taken my time and gone over the gone up to the top of the mountain where I just was after I rode through that cloud. But I don't want to waste too much time getting home. And that's already hard because I'm already planning on wasting a fair amount of time getting home. So I'm going to pass the turn I'm supposed to make in the name of getting to a scenic overlook, then I'm going to double back and get on 49 to Lineville. Oh my God, we are way higher than I thought. I know you couldn't just see that, but holy hell, we are a lot higher than I thought we were. Like it just peeked over those trees, and I hate that we're going to be headed, you know, down. I bet the on top of Cheehaw Mountain, and I will call it confidently a mountain now, I bet the view from on top of that is spectacular. So I'm going to have to come back and do that one day. I'm very proud of that braking going into that corner. Oh, you have to take it a little bit slow. When I come back, I'm coming the opposite direction. And I will be going to the top of Cheehaw Mountain. Because I made the decision sitting there at that cabin, that little visitor's cabin, that I wasn't going to do it. And I was going to get home. And then as soon as I got on the road and I saw that view, I was like, I should have gone and looked at it. That was beautiful. Alright, coming up on the spot where I'm going to go straight. Like, I'm half tempted to go back, but it's already 10 o'clock local time. I am at least a couple hours from home, like 3 realistically. Get to this overlook. Should be on the left, so I got to keep an eye out because I didn't navigate to it. I just figured I'd be able to see it. Water on the road. If the scenic overlook is right up here, I might have to go past it because I see some good twisties coming up. Damn, it is right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn because I don't At least I can tell there's nobody coming right now. Man, I should have gone up on the mountain. Should have gone up on the mountain, bro. And this is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. But I am sure the view on top of the mountain was better. I'm going to take a closer look at the map, but right now the plan is to double back and go to 49. We'll see if I stick with that. There's some decent twisties that way, but if there's just like 4 corners that look spicy, we should carry on home. Well, home by way of 3 more detours. She's running great today, though. So, it has been confirmed. Just a few spicy twisties in the other direction. Not worth the diversion. Not when I know we got a pretty road coming up. Now 49, the road that I'm about to get on, I don't know if I remember coming this way. I mean, I must have. But when I made my Alabama countryside video, I hit 49 South. That's how I got into Lineville, Lenevali. But the way I got on it doesn't seem like I came up this way, but maybe I did, because the way that I got on it could have been a connecting road. I just don't remember making a left onto 49 like I'm about to do, but I must have. That being said, if this is something that I've already had on the channel, I will speed through it, and in editing I will speed up the take. Just so anybody who's already watched that video doesn't have to watch it again. Even though I think I fast forwarded through a lot of that. I don't know, dude. I'm thinking too much about making decent videos. I should focus on making shitty videos. Alright, coming up on the turn. And of course, when I set off on a half-hour trip, as soon as I get half a mile down the road, a bug just suicides into my visor. Nobody's flying through here? Okay. Oh, yeah, absolutely I came through here. I did make this left. This is just later than I thought it was. This is the road that I had to yell at a squirrel. It was actually like right here, I think. There was a squirrel coming across the road. And I saved its life by yelling at it. So yeah, I've definitely filmed this part of the road. I remember this. It was the other part coming down. I guess it had to have been 281 to get to 49. That must be what I fast forwarded through, because I remember this. And I remember taking another turn off this road, which I don't think I'm going to do now. I probably will, though. Yeah, I remember all that. Forgot about that little patch though. Oh yeah, this road is pretty. Yeah, because I remember at the end of that video, I was like, go buy a motorcycle. Ride Georgia 49. Or Alabama 49. Yeah, this road's nice. She real nice. I don't like blind hills like that. For a closed road, sure. As a matter of fact, if I recall correctly, thank you for not pulling out. If I recall correctly, I made a joke up here about a house saying, yep, there's the compound, there's where they train, which is a common joke of mine. Okay, 55 mile an hour, I should go faster. Especially with that car behind me now. Woo! Yeah, I remember that fool. That car is not sticking behind me. Okay. I did not need to speed up. They're taking a leisurely Father's Day stroll. Okay. I'm not going to freak out right now. And I know skinwalkers aren't in Alabama. But I definitely just saw something scurry across the road behind me in my rear view. I'm not even making that up. I'm hoping it's just schizophrenia setting in, because that, I did not like what I just saw. I only saw it for like a second, because it was, like I said, scurrying. But I did not like that. Yep, I remember this road. Remember every part of this road. Remember how cool that house seemed to live in. I don't know why that guy was slowing down. Is he turning? Okay, yeah, he was. I was like, I don't know why he was slowing down like that. I hope it wasn't for me. This is a beautiful road, though. And I'm seeing it. That guy's just awkwardly standing there, so I'm going to wave at him. Why the hell was he standing by the road? Yep, there it is. There's the compound. That's where they train. And of all the compounds that I've said look like a compound, that one is the most compoundy. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, this is a beautiful road. And I know my uncle's taking this one, because he's talked about it when he goes over Cheehaw. He's like, this is when you hit 49 south. Those arrows made me think that this was a corner. Meanwhile, this looks like a sharp curve, and there's one arrow before it dips down. Oh, it's gravel. God bless America. I was about to try to accelerate through that. There's like a little pile of rocks right in the middle of the road. just gonna keep it in this gear because I don't know what's coming up, like that dirt. I gotta stop cutting my left corners too close to the line because I get used to doing it when I can see there's no cars coming, and then I do it and then a car is coming and I'm like, yeah, I knew not to do that. I do it more like that. One thing I need to be cognizant of while I'm having a great time, like accelerating on these open straights and out of corners, is this is the type of place where I would not be shocked if somebody heard me coming just from the exhaust sound and was waiting for me just to yell at me, just to be like, hey boy, we got kids. Which is a fair thing, don't get me wrong. Like, if you live next to a highway and you let your kids run out into the road, that is your God-given right. And I should be aware of that, and I am. I'd like to think I'm not reckless with my speed. Again, anybody who rides a sport bike who has looked at my channel immediately knows that that is definitely true, because I don't go fast at all. Dude, this bike wants to run today. Okay. Clutch in. Case in point. I'm proud of that though. Come on. 2 downshift engine braking with front brake. Got it to a speed. Yanked in the clutch when I hit the dirtiest part of that. That was pretty decent, man. Come on. Yeah, I gotta practice hanging out on the outside of the road on left corners. I've gotten into a bad habit of riding that yellow line, which is great, except for the fact that my freaking head will hang out in the next lane if I do that too much. Damn, time flies when you're having fun. I'm already only 10 minutes away from Lineville, and it was like a half-hour trip when I started. This guy looked, saw me coming. He's like, I'm gonna go faster than that motorcycle. So I'll go ahead and pull out. I'm only just going the speed limit, by the way. So if anybody's like, well, if you weren't flying through them their neighborhoods. And I know he saw me because I had my fog lights on. And them boys is brat. Them boys is real brat. Like, they're kind of annoying to look at, and I feel bad about leaving them on. But also, I love being seen. No loss. There's a truck up ahead. I'd have to slow down anyway. And look, we're in Lanville. God, it seems like a lifetime ago that I was pulling in here on one of the first legs of my Texas trip. I mean, literally, it feels like a lifetime. It feels like it wasn't even real. Multiple highways, 2 casinos, 3,000 miles. And I was done in 2 weeks. With one of those weeks, I was stationary in Houston. So really, a week and a couple days, 3,000 miles. That was a hell of a trip. And I gotta top it. I think sometime in the fall, I'm gonna try to go touch Colorado. I'm excited to get back on 48 though. Leave the camera running. You know, really what I should do, if I actually wanted people to watch these videos, is I would mic up my exhaust, have one of those 360 cameras, maybe not that. Maybe a helmet camera's fine. But then I would just shut up through it. But again, just like taking Highway 7 a couple days ago, I'm doing this for me. And I already like talking to myself when I ride. And if I don't do it, I start thinking and I get in my own head. So I'm going to keep flapping my gums. I thought that was a turtle in the road. It was a piece of bark. I didn't hit it either way, but seeing people like this, they bother me, and I'll tell you why. There's people that like go the same speed. Like I am now going 10 over and he is leaving me. He can pull out in front of me and go under the speed limit when it's 55. But when that speed limit shuts down to 35, he's doing 15 over. I hate people like that. Like, I know we sort of pick our poison and everybody's guilty to a degree of how we follow the rules of the road, but that is way more reckless to me than a steady 10 over in every zone. Way more. I love that water tower because it's like they built one and then they realized 20 more people moved into the town and so they needed to make it bigger. So they just added that little mini water silo on it. I'm going to pretend that's exactly what happened. Did I go over that narrow bridge last time? I don't think I did. So anyway, it's time to stop at another marathon and then hop on 48. Oh, there's my girl. This is where I stopped on the way in because of the fog. It only felt right stopping here again. They were nice in there. And they had a pretty damn good chicken biscuit too. Alright. That is the first time I'm coming back where I don't have a change of plans. If anything, I'm just gonna stay on the road a little bit longer than I was planning. I was gonna stop off in Woodland, but I honestly don't see any reason to do that. So I'm gonna take it all the way to Tallapoosa. Definitely got enough fuel for it. Look at Waze trying to be an asshole. I might end up having to stop anyway. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, the way that I said I would like to go that way. Boy, she rerouted in a hurry. Just had a nice conversation with a guy at the gas pump. He was complimenting my bike, said she's beautiful. Which, I mean, I agree. Talked about his bikes. He asked how heavy it was, and I was like, man, lighter than it looks. And lighter than it actually is. I've stood up bikes and fought to do it. This bike is like over 850 pounds, and you sit on it and just kind of kick your thigh into it, and she's up. Oh, but here we are, 48, already paying dividends. Already paying dividends. You know, I don't know how long I'll continue making videos or what format I'm going to stick with the most. Whether it be the quick interjections with some time lapse to show the road, or taking these little shorter trips and showing every bit of it and flapping my lips in between. I know that this way sure does take a hell of a lot more storage. But I feel like if anybody, you know, is actually watching to get a feel for what these roads are like, or what it's like being on the roads, then this long form sort of enjoying the road in its entirety kind of feels like the move. You know what I mean? Oh, I just had a big bug hit me right on the fingers. That hurt. Well, Josh, don't wear fingerless gloves. I gotcha. But I like feeling things, even when it hurts. Oh my God. How profound. It is funny though when I tell friends or family that I'm going to be taking a longer ride. Like, well, be careful, enjoy yourself. Do you have sunscreen? Because, I mean, they know how pasty I am. So are you bringing any sunscreen? I'm like, the only thing that could use it is my fingertips. And I don't think it's going to work on my fingertips. I get to see myself putting sunblock on my phalanges. I go to grip the clutch and it just slips out of my hand. Look at that little church, bro. There's one of those reclaimed houses I was on and on about. I do feel like this road is prettier coming the other direction. But I don't know when I'm taking this road again. I know I'll be back to see my grandma. Oh yeah, there we go. But I don't often have the luxury of like, I'm gonna take the bike and I'm gonna take the extra scenic route. I also just realized that this is not the pretty part of the road, and I've already recorded this. So I might have to make a cut right here and jump to where it's actually pretty. Ready, break. So this is about where I was when I realized I had missed out on some great recording. I want to be right about that though. Okay. Yeah, Camaro, you got it. RV, you don't. Yeah, because I remember coming through Wee Dowie and being like, wee wowie, you know what I mean? That's a good looking town. And up here, there was a gas station that I was at. If I remember correctly. Otherwise, I've started this again too soon. Look at that. Look at that skew. Or is that a church? That's got to be a skew. Yeah, it's a high school. Dang. Oh yeah, Woodland was right up here. A little bit closer to go. And then we out here because we're leaving Wee Dowie. So I'm sure I'll be in and out. And then when we get on the stretch of 48 that was really pretty, I'm going to be coming back and staying back. Oh yeah. But these corners though. These corners though. Oh yeah, as we get close to Woodland, the real pretty parts of 48 start becoming apparent again. What is that in the road? Avoid it. Perfect. Good job. Oh yeah. This is the sort of thing that makes you want to sing the Alabama state anthem like I did the last time I was coming through here. Even though we got to be getting close to Georgia, right? And here we are in Woodland. I remember leaving this town a couple days ago just dumbfounded. Like, I knew I had chosen a scenic route, but I had no idea how scenic it was going to be. And I'm probably overselling it. And it probably won't look that good coming the other way. But my God. I just ran into a truck that seemed like he was in a hurry. You can't be in a hurry to church. Church is about to let out. That's part of the reason I gotta not stop as regularly as maybe I had planned on. Ooh, 35 mile an hour. Bobcat country. Oh my God, I didn't notice they had a cute little like miniature downtown area back over there. Camry, you and I are gonna have problems. He like did not even try to stop at that stop sign. If you're gonna tear ass, then fantastic, but you're getting past if not. Like, why would he try to get in front of me? Does he just assume that the biker with the mirrored visor wearing all black is gonna go slow? Now, if he ends up going like 80 miles an hour through all this, then I withdraw my complaint. Because I'm definitely not going 80 miles an hour through this. I'm trying to keep it right around 10 over. There's a gas station I stopped at. That's where I realized the error of my ways. Wind's picking up. No rain yet though. Haven't hit any rain. Alright, Camry. There you go. I'm going to be a man of my word and stick to 10 over just so I don't run up on him. If I recall, there's about 20-30 minutes of this, or, you know, about as many miles. Yep, see, I already didn't look over at that field because that car was turning in front of me. That was a pretty field. Camry going off-road for a second. Oh yeah, here it is. Here's Alabama. No telling how long some of these houses have been here. How many generations, how many decades. What used to stand in their place. And now I'm grateful that that Camry broke the law to get in front of me, because he did want to do criminal speed. And I would have felt obligated to stay out of his way, and I'd be going too fast through here to really enjoy myself. Bike's just putting through in 6th gear. No struggle, no fuss. I gotta be careful though, because just a little bit of a, oh yeah, watch the dead carcass in the road. Look at the other side. See, this is one of those spots where you get a better view of it coming the other direction, because it opens up to you a little bit better. But yeah, I gotta be careful even in 6th gear, because, you know, if I keep that throttle turned a little too long, suddenly I'm doing 20 over instead of 10 over. That's not the goal. I remember being behind a truck through this part and really wishing that I wasn't. And now I'm going to be behind a little mini SUV and really wish that I wasn't. I never knew about this road though. Oh yeah, like this. It's opening up into somebody's land. And the road's fun, which is huge. Look at this property, dude. Look at that. Like, you just almost hope that that's not somebody's house. Because, like, since I ain't got it like that, like, I hope nobody else got it like that. Oh yeah. There was some property with a little house on it and a little pond. I can't remember if it was on 48 or if I already passed it on 49. I just remember thinking, dude, I would buy that property and redo it. I think it was later on down, because I feel like I remember talking about it, because I feel like I remember mentioning that the pond had to be dead. But look at this road, man. Parts of this road remind me of like Kansas, just with less corn and, you know, taller crops. But just the way it sort of cuts through this farmland, and reminds me of being on roads out in Kansas or Iowa. That property. What is that? Old Speedy Camry's up there behind the slowest member of our little posse. I wonder if he's just itching for an opportunity to pass. I would have taken it right there, dude, because this part of the road is fun. Some people don't go fast to have fun though. I found that out. Some people go fast to go fast. Like if I'm going fast through some roads, it's because I want to feel it. You accelerate out of a corner because you want to feel those G-forces. You want to feel yourself fighting traction. You want to feel yourself taking it right to the edge. Oh, pull the clutch in for Jesus. Some people just go fast. Yeah, I feel like this is right around the time I realized I screwed up. What are you stopping that long for? What is that though? That lady just like stopped at that stop sign, looked down at her phone, and then looked up at me. Like there was nobody coming. The other guy coming to the stop was nowhere close. Oh, that car. That car was for sale. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna get it. It will be mine. Yeah, I keep seeing this lady look down at her phone. I hope there's a spot to pass. I know that in defensive driving, they tell you to like, the safest place to be is to be behind somebody. I can't see or stop as well as she can while she's in front of me. Oh, here's Georgia. Yeah, I did not catch this last time. Georgia state line, Carroll County. How about that? I was wondering when I came through last time, I was wondering when I had passed through into Alabama. Guess it was right there. It is 20 degrees colder right now in this little shady spot. And that lady just dropped 20 miles an hour. It's fitting. Look at that land though. Look at that land though. Yeah, I mean, this just reminds me of not the Midwest, but just sort of like cornfield states. It's exactly what this road reminds me of. Obviously it's different, and obviously it's still very much Alabama. But some of these clearings where it opens up and you're driving through this farmland, I don't know, it's hard to find roads like this. Maybe it's not. I don't know where they're at. Look at that house. Wild. Now this part of the road, if it were empty, oh boy, this would definitely be a fun spot to let her rip. It's a shame, really. Dang, what time is church let out? You know what's funny to me? This guy definitely sped up. Hold on, let me get down to... Yeah, he definitely sped up when this lane opened up. How about that? It's like, you don't want to go quick, then don't go quick. And when the lane opens up to let people pass, let them pass. There's nothing wrong with not wanting to go quick, but then don't speed up because you have some aversion to getting fast. It's not NASCAR. We turn more than left. Yeah, I hope I didn't oversell this road. I mean, I love it. This is exactly the type of road I like to go down. And I am very confident it's prettier coming the other way. Because I've already seen a couple of views. One, I think, that I mentioned that would just look better coming west. Oh, clutch in for the pay respect. Not going to be speeding past the graveyard while there's people mourning there. Yeah, this is my kind of road, man. I wish there were more roads like this near me, and maybe there are. I've literally searched. I mean, I have looked on Google Maps. I have taken rides around. There are roads that I think are going to look more like that and have that sort of history just caked around it, and then I get on the road and it's not quite that. Or I find a road that I know is going to be good, and then you get there and it's gravel. I would love, love, love to find more roads like this near me. It's not feasible for me to consistently drive or ride, you know, hour and a half, 2 hours to get to roads like this. I mean, I'm always glad when I am. Like, I don't mind that I'm still probably 2 hours from home. But oh yeah, and look at Bowden. No, cute little Bowden. Kind of want to go down that way. Look at that house. You know what I mean? Like, how long has that house been there? How long? I'm gonna find out it was built in the 90s. Like, oh, never mind. Oh, it's getting a little hot. Already getting a little hot. That does not bode well. It's 11:35 local time. That does not bode well. Bowden, you're cute. Another Piggly Wiggly, huh? I need to get out here more often, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This road, I think, was pretty standard. For this part of the road, I should say. I think this is still technically 48. I feel like this was all pretty straightforward from the interstate to here. Today, I'm not going to get back on the interstate. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to take highways all the way home. Or back roads and highways, not the interstate. These are still definitely some good cruising roads, though. man, these little snakes in the road, these black snakes. Never know how fresh they are, but they're always more slippery than the road. And instead of repaving a road out near my house, they just put a ton of these. So now my trip towards the last part of my house is very careful and metered. Because when it gets warmer in the day, those things feel like you're riding over ice cream cones. You know, there very much is a part of me right now that really wants to just turn left or right here. Go get lost. I know where the highways are. I have GPS. But I can't. Adulthood is setting back in. Special shout out though to this dump truck. That man is clearly hoofing it. Like he is not going slow. Big round of applause. Hello, cows. Oh yeah, that wind is picking up. I think when I get home, I'm going to take a nice long nap after a shower. Got to do a little work. Yeah, I don't know if you just saw my handlebars twisting on those black snakes. Yeah, then take a little nap, get some work done, maybe take another nap, and just back at it tomorrow. Is there actually a cop right here? No. Where would there be a cop right here? Oh, somebody was pulled over. Somebody's lying. Oh, hello. I'm gonna wave at him. Hey, buddy. Damn, they spotted that cop super early and tagged him on Waze. Oh, I bet it was somebody coming the other way because you can tag it on the other side of the road. Oh, I should have flashed. Ah, damn. Yeah, because I bet people do fly through here. I'm not doing it because these black snakes, but... So do you remember when I was talking about how long form versus time lapse and talking in my helmet, and when I don't do it I get in my own head? That just happened. I know part of it's the nature of the ride, and no, it's not like I just zoned out. It's not what I'm about to mean. But I definitely just got deep in thought. And it wasn't a helpful thought. It wasn't helping me pay attention to the road, and it wasn't exactly just making me be super optimistic either. Just thoughts. Probably because I mentioned doing some work when I get back and my brain started shifting over to that. But when I'm flapping my gums, that's harder to do. On the other hand, well, I do want to do this and save some rides and share them with anybody who cares to watch. Brother. I'm not going to record every trip that I take. Even like the longer videos, I'm not going to record every single one. So I got to get better at just not being in my own head, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, it's getting hot. Oh, it's getting hot. Yeah, when I came through here, I know it was on time lapse when I was on the way to my grandmom's. But I have a good memory of taking this exit because my mom wanted Dairy Queen. And we stopped at that Dairy Queen, and you could tell people don't stop at that Dairy Queen. It was like they were surprised to see us. And there were regulars in there eating some Dairy Queen. And they were all equally surprised to see two strangers walk in. Funny thing about it though, my mom wanted a hot dog. That's what she was craving. Dairy Queen hot dog. I don't even know if people crave those. Full disclosure, I don't even know for certain that they made those. Like, it makes sense, it didn't surprise me. But it's not something that I thought about. I mean, frankly, the only thing I think about Dairy Queen is blizzards. You know what I mean? Maybe some chicken tenders. I don't think I've ever even had a burger from there. Yeah, that was my chance to get on the interstate. I mean, I will have more, but I ain't doing it. I realized a moment ago that I have not seen downtown Tallapoosa. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to look at downtown Tallapoosa, and then I'm calling her a day. I'm going to take some back roads back home. And I don't know when my next trip's going to be. Can't be next weekend. I'm going back to Texas by plane this time. Like a civilized man, to go be in my good buddy's wedding. So I won't be riding that weekend. Work is about to pick up. This could be it, man. This could be the longest trip that I take. I might need to squeeze in early one morning. Might need to squeeze in, brother, a Fort Mountain and Suches run. I think I can do that, like one Saturday nice and early before anybody wakes up and before the sport bikers get out there. Because dude, that Fort Mountain especially, not so much Suches, which is weird, because Suches is a way better road and it's a longer road. But Fort Mountain up in North Georgia, north-ish Georgia, every weekend they got cops out there now because people just tear up and down that thing. It's a fun road, don't get me wrong, but I mean, the road quality is suspect at times. There are better roads not too far away from that. I guess if you live in Atlanta, it would make more sense to go up 85 and go into Blue Ridge or head over to Suches. I don't know. But yeah, those sport bikes love going up Fort Mountain. They tear through it and will rip past you. I haven't been passed on a motorcycle yet. And because of that, yeah, there's pretty much always like a Georgia State Patrol out there. This is a fun road. I been through Tallapoosa and I don't know it? I don't think so. I don't think I've ever been to Tallapoosa. Either way, yeah, I think that's going to be my last trip before August, is squeezing one of those in. Unless for some reason I no longer work at the job I work at. Because August and September, whoo, child. Alright. Well, I'm going to find a place to stop and get some gas near here. Near what I thought was going to be historic downtown Tallapoosa. Head home, get some good rest, head into the work week, wipe this girl down. She's been riding great. She got rained on, dumped on twice, and that new fuel gauge, shiny, clear, no condensation, no moisture on the inside. I don't know why I got a faulty one from the factory, but this new one's great. Here we go. Here is luxurious downtown Tallapoosa. I bet I have been here and I just have not known that it's Tallapoosa. Because not necessarily on the bike, but I've come through these roads a lot. A lot. Do I have a stop sign? I do not think I have a stop sign. Oh yeah, I've been through here. I'm gonna go hit that Shell station. Yeah, well, I don't know. I've taken 278. I don't know if I've taken 78. Cannon Coffee. Interesting. I think I came the worst possible way to come through here, though. Ooh, Thomas Strutt's Men's Southern Haberdashery. I hope that place is open, because I cannot tell you the last time I've seen haberdashery actually used. I hate it for that car. He just stopped waiting for this light to turn, and of course, that's when it turns. What are you doing, Daddy? Yeah, I'm going to that Shell station, but I wanted to check this out. Dude, I think that's open. I mean, not right now, but I think it's an establishment that is currently open. Look at the mirror. Oh my god, that bike looks great. Look at you, Tallapoosa. No, I don't think I've been here. I'm making another loop. Give you guys something good to look at before I end this. Bro, look at that family hanging out down there. You probably can't see them, but yeah, we're gonna go past them. Oh my god, that kid just pointed at me. It's like he knows. Hello, children. Yeah, this is my kind of small town, bro. Oh, I bet Owen's barbecue tastes real good. Brothers. I saw that guy passing. What is he nodding his head for? I saw him passing behind me. I just made a big loop. He could not have just got to where I'm at. Anyway, boys and girls, boy and or girl, I think that stopping right here next to Thomas Strutt's Men's Southern Haberdashery is very fitting. I gotta get back here and check out this haberdashery. Yeah, Tallapoosa, who knew? I don't think I have been here. Johnny's Bar, probably a good spot. Anyway, if you watched, I appreciate you. If you came back and you've seen other videos, I appreciate you even more. And then if you're going to come back in the future, I appreciate you the most. That being said, that's it for me. Bye-bye now.